Magicals. Okay, welcome to your full moon reading. I'm doing this early because there's a lot of information and I want to give you guys time to process. This is quite a pivotal full moon for us. We have full moon every month, I'm well aware, promise. But this is a slightly different one, guys. This is a full blood moon with lunar eclipse, okay? That is a lot of powerful energy that's at play here. Now, I'm going to give you some information about what's happening on the astrology, just very brief stuff. So please bear with me. It is important that you understand this. So the reading will then make more sense when the reading comes up. Okay. When I was preparing for the reading and I was shuffling the cards and that, and I asked Kelso kind of where we needed to be looking and what we needed to be looking at. Okay, just bear with me. I'm just moving the camera back a tiny bit so I've got some more space. Okay. There we go. The word that came up was free fall. Okay, so what I'm going to say to you is it was a bit reminiscent of like a tower moment in terms of tarot, and that was kind of the energy I got. So I'm feeling like at this point in time, we're either making the decision to jump or we are going to be pushed if we are not like actively taking the steps on our own terms. Okay. I know that sounds scary, but it wasn't meant, it wasn't a horrible feeling. It was just about surrendering and understanding that we are supported in our decisions and where we move from that. Okay, I'm going to do the decisions reading tomorrow, the energy update. Please bear with me this week. There's a lot going on in my space, as well as the fact that we still seem to have the threat of intermittent power outages. So I'm just working around everything the best that I can. Okay. Right, so full moon, guys, big one. It's full moon, full blood moon, lunar eclipse in Virgo, right? So let's talk a little bit quickly. We've got two planets in retrograde at the moment. We've got Mercury retrograde, and this is in Aries, okay? This is going to impact all of the cardinal signs, guys. Cancer, Aries, Libra, Capricorn. Those four signs are going to feel this Mercury retrograde the strongest, okay? This ends on the 7th of April, so we basically have it for the whole of March. It starts, let me just explain to you, on the day of the lunar eclipse. I shit you not, because things weren't chaotic enough, okay? So please be aware of that. We understand that any planet going into retrograde gives us time for reflection, okay? So with Virgo, let's just talk about Virgo, which is ruled by Mercury. We look at communications and things like that. Obviously, we all know that we got to be careful about things. We don't try not to, if at all costs, sign big contracts or make big purchases and all that around Mercury retrograde. And what I would say to you is make sure that if you have to sign something, cross your T's and dot your I's as always. But Virgo is also very much about aspects of our health. So this is a really fortuitous time to really assess where you need to change your lifestyle in terms of your actual physical health. So whether that's eating, drinking, I think I mentioned it in one of the other readings the other day. It's about really reshifting your focus back onto wellness and health, okay? You are very supported by the energy at that time to create fitness regimes, going back to gym, whatever it is that you need to do. On top of which, we look at a Virgo as a very spiritual energy. We know this because in the tarot, the 9th card, which is the Hermit card, is ruled by Virgo. Okay, it's a Virgo card. So we look at that as something that is also what in our spirituality needs to change. Are we suffering from spiritual narcolepsy? Are we trying to overdo it? Are we trying to be, what's the word I'm looking at, too controlling in our spirituality? Or are you just not showing up for yourself with meditations and healthy spiritual practices? Okay, so a lot of that kind of energy is also needing to be reassessed around this period. Okay, the second planet that is already in retrograde, which I think ends at the end of, I want to say it's like the 23rd of April, is Venus retrograde. Okay. This is about taking time to reflect on what you really want in your life. What do you want in your space? Venus is about love and beauty, okay? And worth and like actual value, money, right? If I'm not mistaken, Venus is ruled by it's a Taurus is ruled by Venus, if I'm not mistaken, and it's Taurus is an earth sign. It's about money and the physical stuff in the world, right? So look at areas of abundance and flow in your life with Venus in retrograde. How do you change those things? Okay, so you've got two massive retrogrades happening at the same time as this full moon. The retrogrades are helping us really assess what's needing to be changed. The full moon comes in and helps us let go. Okay, in a big, big way, guys. There's one of my favorite guys on YouTube. I think his channel's called The Tarot Ship with Jimmy, and he gives like serious amounts of like astrology. Like he's proper studied astrology. Like I'm just like dabbling, right? He's proper astrology based, and there is so much going on this month that is there to support us in different ways and in different areas, okay, of our lives. It will depend on your star sign. But there is such big energy about us moving forward. In fact, it's a pivotal. This full moon, take all of the other full moons out of it. This is a truly pivotal one with the full moon lunar eclipse and these two particular retrogrades going on at the same time. And there's a whole lot of trining with the sun and conjuncting here and doing this. What I do want to say here as well, this full moon that we're all going through now is conjuncting with the south node, right? Now, our south node is about karma and past life. Guys, if you have got shit that you need to clear out of your life, and it's a cycle or a pattern that you've been carrying and you've been trying to work through it and you can't do it, it's probably a past life thing that needs to be cleared. This is a time for doing your cord cuttings and really just being smart about how you release what you're needing to release. Making sure that you are releasing all the promises and commitments and vows that you have that are no longer serving you, or that are already redundant and it's just stuck energy in your space. Make sure that you are proactively engaging with all of these things. Okay, it's very, very, very important that you do this. Right. Okay, so there's that. Then we look at the fact that this full moon is really about the death of the old and bringing in the new. That is why I'm saying it's so pivotal, because it's such a powerful energy of cleansing this time, right? Some of the things that we need to look at releasing are self-judgment, pessimism or pessimistic thinking, and being hard on yourself, all right? And the last thing I want to say about all of this is that when an eclipse happens, eclipses there, especially lunar eclipses, emotions and subconscious patterns are revealed to us in this period of time, right? In this eclipse time. This gives us the knowledge and the power to then know exactly where we are needing to do our cuttings and where we're needing to do our releases, okay? And those things have to happen in order for there to be growth and evolution and abundance. I've said this to you a million times in a million different readings, guys. It doesn't change. It's a basic fact of energy. You cannot receive new stuff when your hands are full with the old. Okay, so that's exactly what you're working with this month. And I wanted to give this to you because it's a very powerful one, which is why I'm doing it early. I will be offering a pop-up one for this one because I think it's quite an important one. I think it's a really big one. And I think that we all need with this one as much help as we can get. So I will offer a little like voice note reading. And then you guys will be able to just WhatsApp me. I'll leave the details in the description box below. And book your ones before and so it gives you a bit of time. That's why I'm doing it early, because this really is, if look, I've heard about all of the planetary stuff that's happening in March, but for those of you who are in the know will understand when I say this is a massive month for change. It is huge for every sign. It doesn't matter what sign you are. This month is kicking ass and taking names when it comes to changing and releasing, right? So hence me saying that I'm giving you the time now to actually reassess and spend some time in meditation. Okay, I'm just going to draw. I was guided to draw a goddess card. Also, just a reminder, that Kelso gave us the term free fall to start with. So I do think that this is going to be an interesting one. Okay, one card. There we go. Oh, there we go. What have I just said to you about taking time? I'm just going to put these cards over there because there's no space. Siege, quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Okay, so this is just setting the whole tone for it. Exactly what I said. This is giving you the time to really make quiet time for what you're doing. So on yesterday, I actually sat down and I had a long, hard think about my life and realized there was a lot of stuff that I'm really not happy with in my life. And it's stuff that I've been unhappy with for a while, but that's not changing. So I just quickly did a journal on all the things that I feel I'm stuck with and the things I'm not happy with. And then we did a real reality check on why I'm not moving forward in those spaces. And 99.9% of it was about me not activating things that I've needed to activate or do. Take that time. If you're totally anti meditation, then do some journaling or something like that. Okay, right. The next thing I want to do is I just want to draw us a card here. I'm just going to move these around just to make some space. I need a bigger desk, seriously. I am just going to quickly draw some cards for the general energy of what we're needing to look at and what we're needing to know for this. This is the Denise Lynn Time Travelers Oracle. Okay, so those came out. Let's have a look and see. Exuberance, miracles, leadership. Guys, you can't make this shit up, seriously. Ancient Egypt, leadership. It's a 22. For those of you who know about 22 life paths, it's about teaching and building, okay? 22 is about being of service. This is about stepping into your power, guys. This is about also, again, I go back to that re-witching thing, right? Where we are needing to step into our divine power, our divine magic. It's time for us to let go of everything that is holding us back from being in this position, right? There's a lot of energy at the moment. Uranus has been Uranus is the breaking free planet, right? The things that like releases constraints. There's a lot of look. I'm not going to lie to you again. I'm not an astrologist, but there is something about it trining or conjuncting another. I want to say the sun. It could be the sun or it could be Jupiter, but it's one of the two, and it actually is helping us get out of stuck patterns, right? Miracles. Expect miracles. Expect that if you're going to be in a space of being receptive to change, miracles are going to happen. When we are stuck in a space of being resistant to what needs to change or what we need to do or what could be, this is impossible to do. It's impossible to do. Okay, so, I mean, beautiful energy. Absolutely beautiful energy to start the reading with. The last one, exuberance, 12. The roaring 20s in Paris. Oh, sorry, miracles was the Northern Lights in Iceland. Okay, again, going back to nature, I'm just saying, just putting it out there gently in the corner. Exuberance, right? That's joyfulness. It's about really tuning into what makes you happy, what you're wanting in your space, and really doing things joyfully. Right now, I have a little confession here because I've been struggling a bit, like with all of the external stuff around us that's been going on. I have taken a bit of strain, and I found myself feeling really like flat about things, feeling less inspired, and it really is the wrong approach to take. So this is just a reminder that even though things may not be the way we want them to be right now, the way to handle the moments that we have now is with joy and with exuberance and with excitement, because it's the excitement that helps us create and manifest what we want, right? So make sure that you are checking in with yourself with that and really and truly, being honest with yourself, but also allowing yourself playtime, allowing yourself the time to actually balance things out. Right, let's have a look. Let's see. Okay, so I'm using the Chrysalis Tarot today. I was guided to take the Chrysalis Tarot. Here, you see, under the deck, the Sorceress, High Priestess. Remember your power. Remember that you have everything you need, right? And with the Raven, I'm going to say to you, magic, there's two ravens. The magic is afoot. Also, look for signs, because Odin had the two ravens, Muggin and Ogden, I think it was, or something like that. His two that used to look, the one would hear and another one would see for him. Look for signs and synchronicities of what's happening around you to get information about what you need. Okay, so let's have a look here quickly. What do we need to release and focus on with this as a collective, please? What does the collective need to release? What did I say to you about that tower moment? Holy crap, there it is. There's the tower. Am I taking this one? Right. Okay, let's have a look here. Right, so we've got the 5 of spirals, which is the 5 of wands. Okay, we've got the 9 of stones, which is the 9 of pentacles. We've got Kalima, the tower. Okay, and we've got the watcher. Now, I'm kind of getting a question around this. Like, I'm getting the question of why are we resisting so strongly that which will set us free? Because these cards are saying to me that we are internally battling. For me, 5 of wands can be an internal battle, right? It's also that energy of like practice fighting and you know in the card, in the traditional card, they're boys playing with sticks and they like learning to fight. I'm kind of getting the feeling around this is that first of all we're having internal struggles around accepting the fact that we can be powerful, that we can be independent, that we can be autonomous. There's a big energy around that at the moment. But this is saying to me that we need to get out of our own way. We really need to get out of our own way. We need to let that which no longer serves us just go. Let it fall. Right? Sorry, I'm really trying to find an easy way to hold that. There we go. Let it fall. Stop holding on to that which no longer serves you. And they're saying here with this one, you've got it's like reminiscent of the hag. So that's like the old woman wisdom. Plus you've got the full moon, right? Just saying. And there's a full moon on here as well. There are 2 full moons here. And on top of which you've got an owl, which owl is always about wisdom. So this is saying that you need to start looking at the spaces in your place where you are internally resisting the changes that need to happen. Just like I did, following your heart. The Queen of Cups is, the Queen of Mirrors is reflective of the Queen of Cups. And it's that energy of using your intuition, right? Guidance by your heart. And I say your heart, not your emotion, guys. Emotion is still a mental thing. I know everybody thinks that's a bit of a weird comment, but it's the truth. I have said this before in a reading. And this is about just letting go what needs to fall. The longer we hold on to it, understand, right? Kalima, if you're working with the goddess, and it was so interesting that I was drawn to these cards, but also drawn to working with feminine energy today, because obviously the moon is feminine energy. But more than that, when you're working with Kalima, she don't play around. You don't just invoke Kalima if you're wanting to end a cycle and think that it's going to be like a tea party and there's going to be a hug and a kiss at the end of it. Go happy in your own way. Kalima just takes it out. It just destroys it. I mean, if you look at the card, the tower's coming down, the tree is split in half. This chick ain't playing, right? So I'm saying to you, again, I channeled the message. If we don't do this ourselves, if we don't get out of our own way, right, and step into our power, then things are going to happen like they'll be for us, but it's going to feel like it's to us because we're not going to feel like we've got control over it. So I'm going to say to you, start really taking this time to meditate, to taking the time to do your journaling. Do not miss the opportunity of this energy, guys. The energy that I've given you in my little spiel at the beginning is just the tip of the iceberg for what we have available to us at this point in time. Okay. So, just saying. Right, I want to ask, how are we supported at this time? I mean, come on. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? And I'm going to put that one down. Okay. Here's the thing. How beautiful is this? We've got the moon, like literally, right? The 10 of mirrors, which is the 10 of cups. We've got the lover's card. And then we've got the divine child, which is in this, the divine, is the Hierophant, basically. Okay. This moon is giving us the opportunity to get everything we want. That sounds very simplistic, We have to put in the work, right? We also have to look, the Hierophant is a reminder of, we need to have faith. It is a religious figure. It's about our belief systems and things like that. This is requiring faith. If we can work with the energy of the moon, I mean, look how beautiful this is. Overcoming our fears, right? Understanding, like I said, and also with mirrors, this is a really good, actually, analogy. Thank you, Elsa. I said to you at the beginning, the eclipses are there to reveal both our subconscious emotion, our subconscious programming, as well as our emotions. The mirrors reflect back at us, right? This full moon is reflecting back at us what we need to be looking at. Use it. Truly look at what makes you happy. And I say you because a lot of people will go to trying to find things that will help other people, that will make other people feel good. And, that's not what this is about. This is really not what this is about, okay? The Hierophant is about also looking at our belief systems. Do we need to change some of our belief systems? Do we need to rework them because they're no longer in alignment with where we used to be, right? What is holding us back? What is playing against us in terms of what we believe and our programming? I really do think that this is saying that we are fully supported. The Lovers in itself is a choice. This was originally the choice card. So it's not just about, you could want to find love. And I do believe that there will be a lot of partnerships coming together after this eclipse, because I think a lot of people are going to be shedding their shit, and it will clear the way for the partnerships, the soulmate, twin flame connections that are meant to step in, right? But this is really about finding the peace of mind, finding the joy within your life, making the decisions that come from your heart and soul, right? Not your mind. Because our mind is where we end up in a space of fear and lack and. Okay, I want to ask okay, that just popped out. Raven, the magician. I mean, you can't make this shit up. Ravens again. Harborers of messages, right? Look for the signs and synchronicities. I didn't even ask a question. This is the universe saying, we're reiterating that message. And I don't know if you heard my baby boy Alex in the background making a little growl that was confirming that the signs and symptoms. Sorry, the signs and synchronicities will be around you. Look for it. This is the Magician card, Ravens. Magic is afoot, guys. This is a very, very powerful time. And if you are like me and you do your spells. Do whatever it is it takes. Do your cleansing rituals. I'm starting now, and I mean this seriously. I'm starting now with the cutting of cords and that kind of energy. I do want to just say we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of 9 cards, we've got 5 major arcana on the table. And if you don't know what that means, it means that the universe ain't playing. Okay. All right. So, what do I want to ask? So we've asked how what is the outcome of this? Let's have a look and see. What is the outcome if we make the changes? Page of Scrolls, Page of Stones, the Queen of Stones, and the King of Spirals. Page of Scrolls. I kind of get the feeling around this. I'll show you the cards now. I just want to get one more card. The 9 of Mirrors. Justice. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to take those 4 cards as well because that's just crazy. Okay. The pages are about informations, and I do see them. I know that the knights normally come in with opportunities, but this is where opportunities start with information, right? The Page of Scrolls is the Page of Swords. That is communication coming in. The King of Stones, the King of Pentacles. I mean, not the King. The Minstrel is no. This is the King of Stones. You've got the King and Queen of Stones here. Just hold on. Sorry, for some reason I read page there. I don't know why I read page. I'm going to say this is clarity. This is clarity and decisiveness and moving in a way of having, learning the lessons, because the Page of Swords is also the student, right? Sorry, I really did read that as a page. I don't know why. That's kind of weird. But what I want to say around this is that this page, the Page of Swords, okay, this journey, it's the pilgrim. It's that seeking that journey to yourself, right? It's that decisiveness of, I'll do what I need to do to get to where I need to be. I do want to say this. You've got the King and the Queen of Stones. So if you're looking for love, I'm just saying, putting it out there gently in the corner, that there we go, right? You've got both of them there. This is very hard to do. Sorry. I don't know why I keep on struggling with this so much. But this is about autonomy. It's about stability, about understanding. The King of Pentacles understands that he has every resource he could possibly need within his arsenal. He understands that he does it. The Queen of Pentacles is sitting over here and she's busy doing something creative. She's doing what makes her happy, right? This is showing like there's a complete and utter balance of life in general. You also have the King of Spirals, the companion. This is very much wands, okay, just for those who don't know. This is about passion, and the King of Spirals is incredibly independent and feisty and takes action and is proactive. But this is like long-term, being proactive and doing things for the long term, right? With the Pentacles down here, with the King and the Queen of Pentacles, you've got a long-term energy. The four other cards that I want to just show you quickly that came out, the Hermit is the storyteller. Now, remember I said to you that we are in a Virgo. We are in a Virgo full moon. Lunar eclipse with all the retrogrades spinning around us, including Mercury, which rules Virgo. Right. So what I'm going to say is, with this card, it feels to me like you're birthing a new story. Look at the light coming out there. Again, the raven's on the top of her with wings out. This is about birthing a new story for yourself. You have the opportunity. You have this moment in time to rewrite your story by letting the old one go. I think that this is really important for you to understand the magnitude of the energy that we are playing in. I really wish I was an astrologer and I could give you all of the finer details, but I can't. So I'm saying to you that this is saying rewrite your story. You have the possibility of it. Okay. Then you get another. Bearing in mind that that's also a major arcana, right? Then you have Mart. Okay, she's the Egyptian goddess of this, as justice, right? So remember I said to you this moon is also conjuncting the south node, which is about our karma and our past life and that. This is saying that this is an opportunity to clear that karma. When you rewrite your story, write it without that karma in it so that you have more abundance coming in. And then your two last cards coming out, right? The Nine of Mirrors, which is the Nine of Cups, wishes fulfilled, and the Sun. I mean, come on, people. This is a magnificent reading, and it's so simple. It's such an simple message to all of you, but this really is a pivotal point. So if I look here really quickly, let's just see how many cards we've got on the table. That's 5. Okay, so that's 12. That's 17 cards on the table. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. Nearly half of these cards are major arcanas. Literally, nearly half of these cards are major arcanas. That is unbelievable. That is seriously unbelievable. That really is the universe saying, I'm not stuttering. Get it together. You're being supported. Okay. I want to just quickly end off with some advice from the universe. This is I'll tell you now, the Priestess of Light Oracle deck. So I just want to grab a card or two quickly just to see what's coming in. Let's see, what advice do we have for the collective, please? What advice do we have for them? can't make this up. I love this so much. Again, the universe going, I'm not stuttering, and I'm not unclear on my message. I feel like there's one more. Just give me. There we go. Okay. Right. The first card out, duality, many meanings, misunderstanding. Okay. I think that this is just be aware of the Mercury retrograde as well. I think that's what this is actually just giving you a bit of a heads up on. Don't be playing around with your communications and things like that. If you've got things to say to people at the moment, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bump the camera. If you've got things to say to people or you want to clear the air about something, please do it now before the 14th, because on this full moon on the 14th, you've got a lot of energy circling around with the lunar eclipse, and it goes into Mercury retrograde. So for the next couple of days, just get your communication sorted out and be clear in your communication. The next card out, I mean, come on, seriously? Touching earth, planting something new. What did I say to you about rewriting your story? This really is the universe saying, how many repetitions would you like on that? So really get clear. Spend the time with yourself. Get clear. Remembering that they've already said to you that miracles are afoot. Magic is afoot. We've had ravens. We've had miracles coming up. There is all of this energy surrounding us at the moment, right? Believe in it, guys. Make it work for you. And the last one is healing earth, the power to give and receive healing, right? Understanding that while we do this healing, again, Virgo energy with the healing, the self-healing and that, what I'm going to say to you is when we raise our vibration, we raise the vibration of the collective too. It is that simple. If we are in a good space, we actually project that space out, and other people do respond to our frequency and our vibration. Okay. So for those, I do also just want to say that I do feel it's a 46 card, which comes down to a 10, which is a 1, new beginnings. I do feel for some of you that this is going to be about stepping onto your healing path. I mean, as actual healers, right? I feel like this could be the start of you really stepping into your gifts and making the choice to do so without fear of prejudice or I don't want to use the word victimization, but if you know what I mean, like scrutiny and criticism would probably be better words than victimization. So for some of you, this is going to be about you really stepping into your power now. Like I said, over here, moving into your power, right? 9 of stones. And you've got the Queen of Stones down here as well. And you've got the so you've got the Queen of Stones, which is about your practical physical realm, and then you've got the Queen of Cups up here, which is about the emotional and intuitive role. It's about merging the two, guys, and coming up to a space that you can really work from. Okay, guys, I hope that this has helped you. I will be putting out the thing for the pop-up reading a little bit later. I just want to get this up onto YouTube in case there is actually a problem with the electricity. But in the meantime, I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you probably tomorrow morning with the decisions reading, okay? Because I do think it's also an important one to go out now before the full moon. Sending you lots of love, and I will touch base soon. Big loves.